what would it be and why?
I think I would change the practice of collecting final reports or essays without ever discussing them with the learner. Before AI, we could use that, like just at the end of the assignment, submit a report or an analysis report, But now it's not effective at all. It's not that it's not important. Of course, it's important. But right now, in many courses, students submit a polished product and receive a grade and move on with little or no opportunity to explain their thinking or ask questions or reflect on the feedback. So when that happens, the assessment becomes a one-way transaction, instead of a learning experience. The purpose is, remember, we talked in the beginning of the episode about the purpose of assessment is learning and understanding. And it's difficult for the assessor to judge also. I remember a lot of time I was put in a very tricky spot where I question, I know the learner is hardworking, for example, or even if they were not, it's the same because I can see the language of the AI in their submission. And if in their report, especially in the written format submission, especially if I don't see their progress during the semester. So I will directly go to questioning or suspecting that they used AI. So, and sometimes it happened that we have to do an extra assessment format, for example, like a discussion or presentation. We ask them to present or discuss their understanding. So the issue is not with the essay or report itself. These are very valuable formats, of course, and they will need them in their work in general. But it's without dialogue, we are only assessing the output, not the student, not the understanding behind it. And in an AI-enabled world, the gap becomes even wider. So a simple change would be to pair written submission with a brief discussion touched on. This is what we do in our center. Like, for example, we are an assignment-based, we use assignment-based assessment. So in every assignment, there's a presentation. There must be a presentation as a part, and another part, for example, a written format. For the written formats, like reports, essays, even reflective journals, and so on, we ask the students to give a 5-minute any class discussion in front of the assessor and another reviewer, for example, and we asked them some questions to make sure, like we asked them first to walk us through the report, what they did as a content and how they reached to their conclusion. Then we asked them questions about the report, like in their submission, to make sure they understand what they wrote. So once that is done, we know that the students understand. That's the purpose of it. Remember, it's not that even if they relied overly on AI, they can explain what they wrote. So from the learner's perspective, this idea will reinforce the goal is understanding, not just completion. Builds metacognition and self-assessment skills for the learners, and makes feedback feel meaningful rather than final. So, and from the assessor's perspective, it improves the assessment validity without adding excessive grading load. We talked about that also.
Right.
So you're not changing. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's great.
So you're not changing the assignment. You are changing how learning is evident. How the evidence is or the evidence is evaluated. So stop letting the assessment end at submission, but start letting it continues through conversation, through dialogue.